And I'd like to direct my next question to Mayor Trzaskowski. Sir, you write in your testimony, the Polish public media, the biggest media outlet in our country, funded with taxpayer money, ceased to be an objective source of information, but instead formed a part of the ruling party's propaganda machine aimed at fighting the opposition. This is still your quote. I experienced that during the presidential election in 2020, when all public news programs openly turned against my candidacy, spreading crude propaganda and misinformation, at the same time openly supporting my opponent. Can you elaborate for us on some of the specific ways the Polish public media worked to undermine your candidacy and support the incumbent president?
You need to understand one thing. I mean, the Polish public media is, first of all, funded by taxpayers' money. And this is the only channel which can be reached everywhere in Poland. I mean, other independent channels, by the way, which are under attack by the Law and Justice government, are much more difficult to reach. And, you know, I'm almost 50, so I remember the communist propaganda. It was much more subtle than what they do now on public TV. And it's not only my campaign, where all the independent institutions said that the campaign in Poland was still free, but not fair, because all the outlets were attacking me, presenting manipulations all the time, twisting facts, and of course spending much more time covering the president. But it's more that they use it actually to stoke fears, that they've started a vicious campaign against the LGBT plus people, that they're saying incredible things about refugees, and they're magnifying the threats. The threats are there, let's not minimize them. We need a strong border in eastern Poland, but we cannot simply allow for this propaganda to spread because manipulations are then spread all around Poland. And they're using it all the time, constantly, to do that. And that's why it is very problematic in Poland to wage a normal fair campaign, because you can spend just a small amount of money and all the state institutions, propaganda included, are used against the opposition. And that's why the government is also undertaking, the peace government, the conservative, the populist government is now undertaking to actually limit the freedom of other independent outlets and press. One example to end this. A state-owned company, an oil company, was asked by the government to buy local press. And they bought newspapers, you know, in order to kill some of those local newspapers and turn them to the government and again sell propaganda.